Hey guys, we're back with the 10th of May, guys. As you know, I'm currently doing catch up for the days that I've missed. So on the 10th of May, I got up, I went to the market. I didn't sell anything on the 10th of May, guys. I went to the post office, then I came home. I watched the update of Riverdale. So up to date on Riverdale. Up to date on Once Upon a Time. Then I watched 3%. Now 3% is based on, so basically 3% is they have the poor people that believe that they do this assessment when they turn a certain age and they get this implant, and none of them know that once they have this implant, that's it, the fertilization is gone, you can't have kids no more. So it basically, you have to fight for a survival, and 3% of that, the survival people, then go off to a better place, a better city, but you can never have kids there. So then I watched Love Rose, which Love Rose is, let's see if I can find this. Love Rose. I think I might have to oh, there it is. Right, right, so Love Rose, basically a girl has sex with a lad, and so basically, and the condom gets stuck inside her. She goes to hospital, but then she finds out she's actually pregnant, but she don't tell the lad because he has a better life and opportunity to go to. But he later on finds out that she actually has a kid. And basically, I'm sure at the end of the story they end up together or something, or he supports her or something through the whole situation. So it's a very good movie to watch, that one. Miracle from Heaven, right? I definitely remember this one. Definitely watch The Miracle from Heaven. Basically, so this mom, this mom turns around and she has a kid. And a couple of years later into her life, this kid's life, she starts throwing up, and she gets told that she's got this illness that cannot be treated. So she goes through all this time flying abroad. She meets this person who's hilarious over there. So she's going backwards and forwards, trying to help the kid, trying to do everything. She starts believing in God because God's not helping her child. So in the end, basically this illness that no one could cure, no one could give it anything to, so they knew, like, the doctor turned around and went, go and spend the best of life you've got with her because there's nothing we can do. So she went home, and when she got home, so let me tell you this other bit I just missed out. So while she was in the actual hospital getting tests to make sure she was not having a rejection to the tablets they give her, the medication, there was a kid lying next to her, and she gave her the cross, and she went and basically told her something about God and how have faith and things, and the dad pulled her to one side and went, no, there's a reason I'm telling you this, pulled the mom to one side outside and went, can you stop telling your daughter to put things in my daughter's head? So basically, then basically that kid goes home, and the sister and the kids playing up in the tree they've always done as a kid. The branch goes to break and the kid rolls and falls down the middle of the trunk. They can't chop it open because it would basically collapse on the kid. She'd been in there for 3 hours, and basically everyone in the end follows the mom. They all put their hands, so the mom puts her hand on the tree, trunk. Everyone else behind them puts their hand on each of us back and they start praying that this kid's okay. And as a village, they pray that this kid's okay. After being 3 hours or so down a trunk, she's still breathing, she's still alive. And basically in the end, after that happens, she basically come out with no broken bones, no nothing. She went home and she basically, this illness went away from nowhere. Like, she was like, she never had it. So then they hold a ceremony, like every day they go to church every week, and everyone's like, you probably faked it, the illness, for publicity and things. And the guy that actually told about the daughter not put things in her head, this is why I told you about it, he actually was there and he went, no, I seen her child, she was really ill. Mine's not long just passed away, but the last couple of days of her, like last couple of weeks of her life or whatever, it's like she had a new lease of life and she enjoyed the last bit of her life. Definitely watch it, guys, it's amazing, it's really good. So while I was watching them, I was doing my puzzles, then I played on my phone, and then I went to sleep, guys. So that's what I did for the 10th of May. The 11th of May, I got up, I got ready before Clare turned up. Once Clare was here, we drove to Bideford, where I did a 6-mile walk, guys. It's a killer, trust me. After we went to the post office, then we went to Tesco's, where... Right, so basically, normally I go to Tesco's over this way, in Barnstaple. But for a change, because we were near Bideford, we went to Bideford's Tesco's. So I got in there, and I swear to God, I was ready to, like, walk the fuck out. I walked in through there, and basically... 2 people come up to me and they're like, you're not allowed a dog in here, and I'm like, I've already spoken to one well, the first person came up to me and I'm like, she's an assistant dog. Then the second person came up to me and she's like, you're not allowed a dog in here. I'm like, she's an assistant dog, we've already spoken to someone else. Then 2 minutes later, 2 people come up to me, not 1, 2 people come up to me. So these 2 people come up to me and I'm like, I've already spoken to other people to say that she's an assistant dog, I can show you a card if you don't believe me. And they're like, yeah, let's see the card. So I showed them the card and they're like, it's just because we've never known small dogs to be assistant. And I'm trying to basically, so I'm there, like, these days there is small dogs for assistant dogs, and also they're there for diabetes and things. So there's been a kid that I've seen when I've watching them before, basically this kid has a small dog, it lies next to him when he's at school, so he can alert, that dog can alert him, and it's out the way. And I was explaining to her and things like that, and they're like, yeah, we've had our training. Here's where like, I was like, no way have you had your training. So after she's like talking to me for a while, she goes to stroke Rosebud. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to stroke her, she's working. And she looked at me and she's like, oh, okay, sorry. So at least she was sorry and they were really nice. But I'm thinking afterwards, I said to Claire, I was like, obviously they don't really have training about it, because otherwise they'd know you're not supposed to touch an assistant dog. So have you really had training in Tesco's? No, you have not. So, then I came home, I watched Kissing Booth, where Kissing Booth basically, this kid is going for all these other guys and things like that, but then she kisses this one guy at the booth, and like, this is what it's all about. But she has a best friend that she made 9 summer rules with this best friend that they've grown up together, that she'd never get with his brother, but they end up falling in love for the, like, and the other brother doesn't realise it, but in the end the real other brother lets it go, and it's just like, it's amazing, guys. And basically the brother lets it go and they end up getting together. So, but there's heartbreaks of friendships and things like that in between it. So that's definitely another one worth watching. Kissing Booth. It was currently 9:11 p.m. I was watching Before I Fall while doing puzzles. So before I fall is oh right. Before I Fall is based on a movie where she gets in a car and she's with a group of girls, and she thinks they're a group of girls, your average girls that would go to school and they look the prettiest, and they get on with so many of them Mrs. Popular people. So basically, she has a car crash and she keeps replaying the same day and the same day and the same day over and over again. And she's like, what can I do to change this so I don't keep repeating the same day? And she works out that she was doing so many things wrong, like the way she was treating her sister, not saving a girl's life. But here's the sad bit, guys. The girl that was getting bullied, that she ended up helping at the end, she pushed the girl and stopped her killing herself, and ended up dying herself at the end. So she ended in a repeated session, but basically it was based on I think it was based on changing the way you are with people, not judging the people the way you are. Then at 10:44 p.m. I was still doing puzzles while watching Kissing plus Cry. Kiss and Cry is Kiss and Cry. Oh right. Basically, Kiss and Cry, this teenager gets throat cancer, and she basically gets the all clear. Is it cancer? Hang on. Yeah, she basically gets throat cancer and she gets cured from it, and she's been able to sing again and things like that. So she ends up with the throat cancer, she loses it, she falls in love and things like that. It's a really good film, definitely watch it. After the movie, I read my maths, I played on my phone, and I went to sleep, guys. On the 12th of May, I woke up, I played Judgment, then I watched the... Right, it's so hard to say. The Immortal Instrument City or something like that. It's really hard to say. Basically, this girl doesn't get told she got powers and these things, and it's too late to actually tell her. Her mom gets stuck in a sleep and she doesn't know her mom's still alive, and she meets these people that have also got powers and goes into this part, and she basically helps defeat the person that's actually her dad but the bad guy, and finds out the person she falls in love with is actually her brother. What are they gonna do? Then I watched the Full Out, which is or is it Fallen Out? Sorry, it's Fallen Out. Right, so basically this Fallen Out is based on a girl that does gymnastics, and she basically I think she falls. Did she fall and break herself? Oh no, that's it. Right, So basically, she's a gymnast. She has a car crash. She survives out of a coma, but she has to have therapy to be able to dance again. And she gets told that she'll never be able to do gymnastics ever again. But this dance crew gives her a better chance of life, helps her get into it, strengthens herself up. She then goes back to gymnast and actually wins a gold medal. So she learns and proves people wrong that she could actually get back on her feet and she could actually still be a gymnast after everything that's happened to her. Then it was currently 6:50 p.m. doing puzzles while watching One Chance to Dance. Still trying to find it. Don't think it saved it on my watch again. Yeah, find it. I think they've just put a new episode on Riverdale. They need to watch. Oh, no, they haven't. I'm still trying to find where this is. Here you go, I'll put it in search. It saves me wasting time. So, here we go, right. Right, so basically, I'm sure the One Chance to Dance, she basically moved city. She says she's not going to dance anymore, and she actually ends up dancing, and she's actually really good. It's something like that. I can't actually quite remember. It was currently 10:55 p.m. Just finished watching that. Then watching reality, hashtag reality high. Now, if I remember right, hashtag reality high was where she goes into a high school and she tries being something she's not, and then realizes that I need to just be myself again. Be somebody is what I watched after that, guys. It's not down here, guys. I'm just gonna carry on to the next one. It's not that right, but all these films definitely watch, guys. Definitely worth watching. Okay. Then after I watched that, I read my mags, played on my phone, and went to sleep. On the 13th of May, it was currently 2:53 p.m. I have just finished watching if something it was. Oh, barely. Where is it? Barely length is basically. I think it's barely length. Oh yeah, because we're on today's vlog. I really just realised we're actually on today's vlog. So Barely Length is what I watched earlier. It was basically, she was an M5 agent that they basically put me in a school and they never knew anything different, and she basically pretended that she got lost and killed when she went on a mission because she wanted to be in a normal life. But then it all went to pot, but she actually got attached to the family and was allowed to stay with the family in the end. What I was then, while watching that, I was then selling stuff. I watched Irreplaceable Me, Irreplaceable You. Guys, you have to watch Irreplaceable You. So basically, it was currently 4:29 p.m. when I finished watching Irreplaceable You. Right, the movie is very moving. It's great to watch about a woman loved a man since they were young. They never stopped loving each other. She found out she had cancer and tells you about her partner Sam and her last moments on life. It's so sad, but not at the same time. It's so sad, but at the same time, it's like very moving. Please watch Irreplaceable Me. You have to watch it, guys. It's amazing. I say watch that over every other than a Miracle one. I definitely watch that. Washing machine better, even though I hear it going, it's not shaking the flat and hurting my ears for 2 times it's going. So I just had a phone call off my mum because I was trying to ring her to tell her what went on today. So I just spoke to my mum, guys. So if it's a bit, you're like, whoa, where did it skip a beat or something, you know why. So for the 2 times it was going in the washing machine, that's what it was like, guys. So after I watched that film, I played Judgment. After I played a bit of Fortnite till about 5:30 when my brother came and got me, and we went to bingo at Tesco's. Now, this is what I've been telling my mum just about what happened at Tesco's. So basically, guys, I went to Tesco's and I've already been to this bingo before at Tesco's. So I went in and the guy like proper was like in my face about stuff. He was like, we don't allow dogs in here. I'm like, she's an assistant dog, but we don't allow dogs in here. I'm like, she's an assistant dog, she's been in Tesco, she's been in your shops before, she's allowed. So he then called over the other member of staff and went, is this allowed? And she's like, yeah. And she went, yeah, it's about time they started recognising assistant dogs and that they're actually there for people and everything. And then he started being okay with me and everything. So it's like, I can show you a card and everything if you want to see that. And he's like, no. But then afterwards, when me and my brother sat down, he come over to me and he was like, and started kneeling down, and I'm like trying to get her attention. I'm like, can you not do that, she's working? And he was like looking at me and was like, okay. It was like, yeah, she's currently working at the moment, you're not allowed to stroke her. And he gave me a filthy look and walked away. I'm like, I hate it gets to my head. Like, do you not understand that if you actually looked up about it and you was actually trained properly, you know that you wasn't allowed to touch them? And he's like, yeah, on about blind dogs. What if you know you're not supposed to touch a blind dog? Why are you trying to touch my dog? So, me and my brother didn't actually win anything. But we won on the raffle and my brother picked me out like, so he picked me out like this garden thing because it was this or aftershave, and I was like, thanks bro, because he knows how much I like gardening. We had a laugh as well. It was quite funny. We had a joke and a laugh the whole time he was there. It was currently 9:26 p.m. when I was thinking of doing catch up vlog, which I've done, guys. We're catched up, we're up to date. As I was just saying, I was just speaking to my mom, and my mom gave me the idea of I need to basically get hold of a manager or go into Tesco's and speak to a manager, someone higher up, or contact Tesco's personally and get the awareness out of them, which is a brilliant idea. And that I should contact them, whoever's high enough, and tell them that they need the training in place to at least train the members of staff of how to deal with assistant dogs. That there's 2 questions they can ask. 1, is it an assistant dog? Yes. Alright, if it's yes, then you can also ask, what are they trained for? So she's trained for my autism, you can have diabetes, there's all sorts of training that it's for now, blind, people that pass out, everything. And yes, they can be big or small dogs, but you cannot ask them questions. They can only ask 2 questions. 1, is it an assistant dog? 2, what's it an assistant dog for? They're the only questions they can ask for. They don't need a high vis, they just need a harness that basically states, so most people do actually have do not touch my dog and things like that, down them and things, but a lot of people don't understand that, so they need to train them that they can only say them 2 questions. They're not supposed to stroke them and distract them the moment they know that they're an assistant dog. So they need to train them 3 basic things in to learn how to deal with a situation with an assistant dog. I feel sorry for some security guards because, like, they have people come up in the store and goes, there's a dog in the store, there's a dog in the store. And there's a guy in the main Tesco's I go to that's that used to it. It's sick to death of people running up to him and going, there's a dog in the store. And he's like, yeah, I already know. So they definitely need to train on them 3 main base things. Well, 2 main base things. The question thing and the fact you're not allowed to touch an assistant dog. Because basically, I already feel like too many people around me makes me stress. So the fact that you're touching my dog and she's helping me feel safe, and stops me stressing, and then you're getting in my space and her space, and when she's trying to do her job to protect me, and stopping me stressing, and then you're stepping in the space, and you're distracting her to stop me stressing, it's just like, I really can't. So but I start stressing out and things like that, and she's there, and when people start bugging me and trying to touch her and everything, I get to the point where I'm like, I've got to pick her up. So I basically pick her up off the floor, I hold her, just help me stop stressing out. So when basically the other day they started asking questions more and more and trying to stroke her, I started stressing out a bit. So I was holding her and I explained to them, sometimes I do pick her up off the floor because I want her close to me because she's helping me. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So basically, like, the fact that people are trying to touch her and she's working, and if I start crying or something and start stressing on the floor, she's going to be wanting to react to me. And she doesn't need you on the back of her trying to stroke her and distract her. When she's trying to sit neatly, well, basically, the fact that she was even sitting quietly under a table, she does not do distracting from the fact she's working and she's keeping her eye contact with me. So the whole time she was on that table, she did not go to sleep for a change. She was basically concentrating on me the whole time while I was at bingo. And the fact you want to come along and start hyping her up under a table and trying to distract her is ridiculous. So they definitely need to put training in place and learn the people. So I am going to name this vlog. So we did it from the 10th of May to the 13th of May. And I'm going to name this vlog that shops need more training about assistant dogs. That's what I'm going to name this vlog, guys. And I'm going to update you guys and let you know how it gets on. I'm just going to think about contacting shops to basically explain to them that they need more training. They definitely need more training in the situation that's going on, and things like that. Because I don't want to keep going to shops and I've got them trying to touch my Rosebud and it's so annoying. And the high-vis thing is ridiculous. Like, they need to learn some proper training before they keep getting in my shit. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my vlogs. I'm sorry that it's been a while, and you obviously, when I move, like, I'll be able to keep you a date pretty much all the time. Like, the internet thing's the trouble at the moment. at the moment, so I'm like in between whether I can get internet or not. But obviously I do my vlogs and then I upload them day-to-day ones when I get onto the internet. But I'm hoping I'll definitely have internet, because otherwise I'll be like, oh no, I won't be able to play Xbox. So, but fingers crossed, guys. I'm going to look at it on Wednesday and everything. When I finally get around to it, I'm actually gonna do some challenges, guys, so look out for them. I just can't think of any right now, and I haven't got around to looking through YouTube for some challenges to do. Obviously I'm not going to do something like let's cement myself head in a microwave challenge like that other YouTuber did and he killed himself from it. I'm not going to do stupid shit like that. I know there's like a cinnamon challenge. I might do that. I don't know. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed my vlogs. I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace out. Comment for challenges, comment for openings, like, subscribe, sub, whatever. Peace out, guys. See you soon.